Welcome to Go Vital. I'm Sara and I'm so excited to have you here today because this episode is something close to my heart. It's about spiritual growth and how it ties into our overall well being. We often talk about the physical, our diets, exercise, routines, but the spiritual side of things is what really grounds us and gives us purpose and help us find inner peace. You might hear the words spiritual growth and think it's about religion or something hard to grasp, but it's not. Spiritual growth is really just about connecting to your true self and understanding how you fit into the bigger picture. It's about finding peace and joy within, even when life gets messy. For me, my journey of spiritual growth has all been about learning how to listen to myself, how to really tune into my thoughts, feelings, and intuition. In today's world, there's so much noise. We are constantly bombarded with distractions, whether it's social media, work, or the opinions of others. It's easier to lose sight of what we really want and what truly makes us happy. That's where spiritual growth comes in. It's about taking time to slow down, reflect, and connect with the deeper parts of yourself. It helps you figure out what's really important and what aligns with your soul, not just what society tells you to do. One of the practices that help me grow spiritually is something as simple as writing down what I'm grateful for every morning. I know I mentioned this before, but I can't stress enough how much it has changed my perspective. Every morning I write down 10 things I'm grateful for. At first, it seemed like a lot. 10 things every day? But after a while, it became easier and easier because I started to see gratitude everywhere. You start noticing the small things, the warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of your favorite song, the way your body feels after a good workout. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong or missing in your life to what's already there, what's beautiful. It makes you feel more connected to the present moment. And when you do this consistently, you feel more positive and more grounded throughout the day. I do this in the morning because it helps me start my day on a positive note. You know how some people reach for their phone first thing when they wake up? I used to be like that, and it made me feel scattered and anxious before the day even began. But with this gratitude practice, I feel calm, centered, and full of appreciation before anything else. It's such a game changer for how the rest of the day unfolds. Another habit I have built is reflecting on the best part of my day before bed. You would think this is easy, but when you're tired and ready to crash, it can be tough to focus on the positives instead of replaying everything that went wrong. By making it a habit to pick out one highlight, whether it was a kind word from someone, finishing a project, or even just a moment of laughter, it ends my day on a high note. This reflection helps me focus on what went right, not what went wrong, and it makes me go to sleep in a grateful state. A big part of my spiritual journey has also been learning to quiet the mind. We live in a world where we are always moving, always thinking about the next thing. But real growth comes when you can pause, breathe, and listen. That's why I meditate every morning. Meditation isn't about stopping your thoughts completely. It's about observing them without judgment. When you can step back and look at your thoughts, you realize that you're not your thoughts. You're not the anxiety, the stress, the doubt. You are the observer. For me, meditation is like a mental reset button. Some days I meditate for 10 minutes, other days 20. It doesn't matter how long. It's the practice of being present that makes the difference. It gives me clarity and calmness to take on whatever the day brings. I have also found that sometimes when my mind feels overloaded or restless, I will change things up by listening to healing frequencies at night. While I sleep, the subconscious mind is always listening, and these sounds help soothe my mind, even while I rest. It's a gentle way to keep myself balanced and energized for the next day. Spiritual growth doesn't have to be this big, complicated thing. It can be as simple as paying attention to your energy, the energy you put out and the energy you take in. One of the hardest lessons I have learned is that the people you surround yourself with have a massive impact on your life. We often don't realize how much the company we keep affects our mindset and our spiritual well-being. Let's talk about that for a moment. When you're working on yourself, you start to notice that some people just don't fit anymore. They might be friends you have known for years or even family members, but as you grow, sometimes these relationships can start to feel draining. I like to think of it like this. You're the bouncer at the door of your life. You get to decide who comes in, who stays, and who needs to go. It's not about being rude or unkind, it's about protecting your energy. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and support your growth, not people who drag you down with drama or negativity. If someone is always surrounded by conflict or chaos, even if they don't involve you directly, their energy is going to bleed into your life. You might think, oh, I can just stay out of it, but you can't. Energy is contagious, and even though it might be hard, sometimes the best thing you can do for your spiritual growth is to create boundaries and let go of people who aren't helping you move forward. Here's another important point. Sometimes, as you grow, you will find yourself on a more solitary path. You might outgrow your current circle, but you're not yet at the point where you have found the people who are on the same level of growth as you. I'm actually in that place right now, but here's what I've learned. That time alone, without distractions, is incredibly powerful. It's a time when you can focus completely on your goals and your inner work. It's a chance to really hone in on what matters to you. And yes, it will be good to have friends around, but I also trust that the right people will come into my life when the time is right. People who are on the same wavelength, who support me, and who I can support in return. That's worth waiting for. Real, deep connections don't happen overnight, but when they do, they are so worth it. The thing is, spiritual growth often leads to changes in your external life too. You might find that the things that used to interest you, late nights, unhealthy habits, maybe even certain conversations, just don't resonate with you anymore. You begin to shift. You start choosing growth over comfort, knowledge over distractions. You would rather spend your time reading, learning, and working on your goals instead of wasting time. Late nights become early mornings, filled with purpose. Excuses turn into opportunities. You start working out not just because you have to, but because it's part of your life. As you evolve, you will notice that your circle shrinks, but it also straightens. The people who stick around are the ones who truly understand and support you. You become more selective about who gets your time, and that's a beautiful thing. Spiritual growth isn't about becoming perfect or enlightened. It's about making small, conscious choices every day that help you become the best version of yourself. It's about understanding that you are worthy of love, success, and happiness, no matter where you have come from or what you have been through. We all have the power to change our lives. It starts with listening to that inner voice, connecting with your higher self, and making choices that align with who you truly are. The journey isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Now I want to take a moment to give you an exciting update on my business. I have been working so hard behind the scenes on something that I'm incredibly passionate about, my mushroom coffee blend. And I'm thrilled to announce that the coffee is finally ready. This coming week, the first batch will be shipped to Amazon, and I can't wait for you all to experience it. If everything goes according to plan, it should take about 15 to 20 days to arrive at the Amazon warehouse, which means I'm aiming for an official launch on October 1st. Creating this coffee has been such a labor of love. I've been involved in every single step of the process, from selecting the ingredients to designing the package to even working on the logo and graphics myself. It's been a journey, but I'm so happy with how everything has turned out. This isn't just any coffee. This is a supercharged blend designed to help you feel amazing all day long. With lion's mane, reishi, chaga, and cordyceps mushrooms, plus ashwagandha, maca, and L-theanine, this coffee is crafted to give you all the benefits of regular coffee, but without the crush. The best part? You will feel energized and focused without needing that second or third cup later in the day. That means less caffeine in the afternoon, which leads to better sleep at night. It's not just a coffee. It's a coffee that supports your body, mind, and spirit. I can't wait for you to try it and feel the difference for yourself. Trust me, once you start your day with this blend, you won't want to go back to regular coffee. It's been formulated to nourish your body and mind from the inside out. I will keep you updated on the launch date, but mark your calendars for October 1st. It's going to be an exciting day, and I'm so proud to share this with all of you. So, that's all for today's episode of Glow Vital. I hope you have found some inspiration in what I shared, and I hope it encourages you to start your own journey of spiritual growth. Remember, this is a process, one that takes time, patience, and love. But every step you take brings you closer to the life you deserve. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care of your body, mind, and spirit, and keep glowing.